Alright, hey guys. As always, it's the Digital Pumpkin Cat, and today, since I did not actually get to it, I didn't get to it last year. I should say last year since it's now 2024. I didn't get to ranking all of these and doing a tier list and all that stuff just like I did with other Halloween companies, but I am getting to it now because you guys do want to see me do them, even though it's, of course, past the 2023 Halloween season. But I'm still going to share my thoughts and opinions on all of these props. Same with Home Depot. I didn't get to do them, but I will in the future. And instead of ranking like a whole video, because it takes way too long to upload and rank and all that stuff, I'm doing a tier list, which in my opinion is just as good and it'll work just as well. So, let's jump right into it. Of course, you know how a tier list works. S, best slash favorite, great, good, meh, and trash. And this was obviously not made by me, but, yeah, this was already here. So, first one we have is internal rest. That won't be, I don't think that'll be her, that's just a temporary ranking right now, so we can just take a look at her. So, she is one I actually do own. I got her 70% off, and I have honestly no regrets. She is pretty cool for, like, what I got her for. I don't remember what I got her for, but if this thing was, like, maybe 50 to 80 bucks, maybe a little more, I would say it's worth it. 140, I do not think it's worth it. It just has a simple head turning. It's not really a jump scare. It's what I call a surprise prop. Kind of like surprise props. I'll give you an example. Like the Widow, Mr. Salty, they're not really all jump scares. Kind of just like just a fun little joke thing. And yeah, it's not going to scare anyone, let's be honest. It's just a little surprise, surprise prop. So, and the tombstone's really detailed, honestly. And she's a good size, too, like an average tombstone height. So, I'm gonna put her... I don't really want to go as far as good. But I know a lot of people hate this thing. But I really don't. I don't know. And the audio's really good, too. So, you know what? I'm gonna go good. It's gonna go right there. Get mad at me if you want, but I actually do enjoy her pretty much. Slim. His popcorn bag is kind of dumb, P&G popcorn. It's just like a little thing in a bag. I don't really like the popcorn. They shouldn't have done the cotton candy gun or him. Here, they shouldn't have just took this guy, put him in Slim's hands, and that would be better. Him with the popcorn bag just doesn't work. His animation is pretty good. He leans forward, not in a jump scare manner, but it does startle some people. It startled me actually the first time since he leans actually a lot. And the popcorn bag opens, he opens his mouth, laughs, and goes back up and does it all over again if you activate him. And his audio is really, really good. I really love his audio. All the Killer Clowns props, I love their audio. So, I know this isn't a lot of people's favorite, but from the unboxings I saw, and I got to actually take him apart in real life, because, I was actually working behind the scenes in spirit. Maybe I'll upload a video of that. I took some footage, but I'm gonna put him in good, and I'm gonna put him in front of internal rest. Yeah, there. And I think internal rest is in the bottom of good, but she's still good. Cotton Candy Cocoon, I don't think this should be added since it's a static prop. But you know what? I'm going to add the static props. I'm going to count them. It's basically an inflatable. And it does look really good. But at the same time, we had those two Trick or Treat Studios ones. And this is probably the best. But I still don't think this was fully necessary. And definitely not for $150. I mean, that's kind of a ripoff. Oh, wait, what did I just do? Here, I'll move that back. So, I mean, it's good for what it is, but I don't think this was really needed. So I'm going to go ahead and put him maybe in the top of meh. Yeah, that looks about right. All right, stilts. I actually do really want this thing if he goes on sale, like Thresher, Nozzles, all them. I I didn't buy him in the 50% off sale even though I saw him. I don't really know why. I'm totally regretting it, but I actually do really want this thing. Um it's just that I've been every haunter's kind of been trashing this thing. And I have too when it first came out. But it's grown on me so much that I don't want to say I love it, but I do really like it. The face it's obviously a monster clown. So what? We get those things like every year, and some of them are praised on. So I don't know why anyone would even get mad at that anymore and take off points. Just, it's a fun little Halloween prop. It's not something from Distortions. And the blood looks really good. The animation is really good. The laughter is so sinister. And the height is just really nice too. And other than the Lowe's one, he actually looks like he's on stilts. Like, that's probably his feet right there, and he's standing on those stilts. He actually looks like he's a guy on stilts. So, I actually do really like him, and I'm gonna put him in great. So, go ahead and get mad, but my opinions really changed on stilts. Leatherface. Now, probably just like every other Haunter, probably my second favorite Leatherface, let's be honest. Him and the Pretty Woman mask is definitely a change with Leatherfaces, and I'm glad this came out, because I'm glad we actually got a Pretty Woman Leatherface animatronic. I did not pick him up, but if he goes on sale or anything, I am willing to. $350 price tag was kind of risky, and you could get like the Lowe's and Party City one, which I definitely got, by the way. But I don't want to put him in great. But actually, do I? Chainsaw turning is really good. Animation is okay, but I mean it works for him. So I'm gonna put him at the top of good, in front of Slim. Let's go in front of Slim. All right. Now, Heckles got recalled for his face deformities. I really do like that balloon. His face was fixed, and it looks just like the one in the picture, if not better now, so definitely considering him. I was going to buy him, though I couldn't find it anywhere. I did find it in one store, but they said I couldn't buy it because, he was recalled and all that, but he's back, and for... Whoa, what just happened? My bad. He's back, and for $280 with a coupon, that would be $220. He is worth it, in my opinion, even though he has that, like, 2 animations. But he does have that projector, and he is pretty tall in person. And he's pretty damn creepy. He's not a monster clown or anything. He's literally just a guy in clown makeup. That's what makes him so scary. And I'm gonna put him in front of Stilts, actually. I'm gonna put him in front of Stilts. I am sorry, Stilts. Deathstalker. No hesitation. It's going right at best / favorite. S tier right here. He is amazing. I so want to get him. He kept running out of stock, and then when he's finally back in stock, I just never got him, and I really do want him. Maybe for my birthday one time, but I just really do want him. He's $220. That's a fantastic price. So, but I just don't know why I don't get him. There's something that maybe I just don't really need him, but I really want him at the same time. But he's such a good quality animatronic, and his fog is great too. I really do love that fog. I don't know why they made a latex face though. That was kind of a wrong move on their part, because that's going to dry rot. Maybe that's another thing I've been holding him back for. But I still really do like him, and no questions asked, he's going in S tier. Menacing Molly, she returned, and I was always a pretty big fan of her. But the face kind of changed, and I don't know how I feel about that. But it's kind of grown off me, if I'm being honest. So I think I'm gonna put it, in good, next to internal rest. That looks about right. No questions asked. All right. Let's talk about this. So, Sinister Gothic Gargoyle. Really, 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 really good quality. Top-notch professional quality. But even for that, do you really want a 3-foot gargoyle for $300? You could buy so much more that I just don't really know why you would buy this. Like, I've seen it in stores. Oh, that thing is huge. Oh, that thing's much bigger than I thought. And I come to this guy. Wow, he's tiny. That's the first thing I said about him in my flagship video, I think. The fog wasn't very needed, but it's great because it's there. And if you buy this guy, you might not need to buy two, but I would basically buy two of these gargoyles. So $600 for two little gargoyles for a display. I think you'd be better off just getting, like, the Blackheart or someone else. But I just don't know. It's good for what it is. The price, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. There, I guess. I mean, he wasn't really a wanted return. He didn't really need to return. Since it's a graveyard theme, I guess they wanted to bring him back, and I'm fine with that, but you know what? There. Let's just go that, okay? Blackheart. No questions asked in S tier prop. This is just distortions level detail. I don't know about distortions level quality, but definitely detail right here. S tier prop right here. Oh yeah, and just try and ignore the ads. Whoa, what keeps happening? He is a great prop. I really do love him, and I actually did buy him on the 50% off sale. I've got him in my closet, just waiting to be unboxed, and I'm so glad I own this thing. He's a great prop. The girl is so detailed, the Reaper is so detailed, he's so freaking scary, and I love it, and in my opinion, he's going in front of Deathstalker. I'm sorry, Deathstalker, but I have to put the Blackheart right there. So, Dagger Mike, pretty hated on prop for some reason, I don't know, but he's supposed to be a kid. He doesn't really look like a kid, but kind of does at the same time. He's got the kid mold, and he's got the skin, but shouldn't the kid have hair? I mean, I don't know what's happening there in the story, but maybe the kid's bald, I don't know. But then he doesn't have pupils, and the legs look weird. I mean, they have to if they're going to do the mechanism, but then make him taller, I guess. But I don't know. It's a great jump scare, great audio, great looks. Just the whole kid thing I don't really get, and it's kind of a flimsy prop. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him right there. Or do I really want to put him? I think I do. I'll put him in front of Slim. Alright. Lil Jack Carver, one I was about to get but didn't. I don't know why. But I didn't get him, and I don't really have any regrets about that. He's kind of an unneeded prop in my opinion, but he's still cool. He's a little farm boy that lifts a pumpkin off his head to show that decaying face. The face isn't all that creepy. I wish it was more grotesque, but it honestly kind of looks like just a generic zombie sculpt, but I wish there were, like, more gashes, pumpkin guts, something other than just that, but the face is still really good. It's a great jump scare. I have seen him in person once or twice, and he is really nice prop. I just don't know why he doesn't have any hands or shoes. They went the cheap route and gave him, like, no feet or anything, or hands, but he's still good for what he is. And again, he's supposed to be a kid, so I want to put him in front of Slim. Yeah, sorry. Everything is going in front of Slim. And actually, no, I think Daggermite comes in first, honestly. Alright. Crypt Keeper. I'm gonna go meh. You know what? Let's make this fair. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not that cruel. We'll put this here, we'll put that there. There we go. I'm not going to touch it anymore. Now, Crypt Keeper, he was a pretty damn wanted flashback, but when we got him back, I don't know. The whole community didn't seem to want him anymore. I never really wanted him to come back. He's an okay prop in my opinion. Haven't watched Tales from the Crypt. Probably should at this point, but there was the price everyone keeps complaining. First of all, it's such an old prop. There's only 400 of this guy made. He's licensed and he's distortions level quality. He really is. This thing is going to last such a long time. So the price, if 300, I would say that's a good price, okay? There's 400 of him made. He's a licensed prop, and again, the distortions level quality. He's basically, if this was at distortions, I wouldn't be surprised. And they usually price like these sitting props with one animation like $400 or $500. You can get one $300, like a little one, I guess. And the props, I don't know. I just don't know. The price is a little pricey, but for what you're getting, the quality and all that stuff, I can't really argue on the price, honestly. And again, I'm going to keep bringing it up. There were only 400 of these guys made. 1 out of 400 people to have this guy. So you're going to be pretty damn lucky if you own him. But I don't know. Maybe he shouldn't have came back, in my opinion. But he did, and I'm going to put him in meh for those reasons. Poor George, I kind of want to put him in great. I'm going to put him in great. Wait. Let's see. This is a little risky. But I am going to do it. There. Poor George is such a gory, scary, great prop. Half-body clown. All bloody. I just wish there was blood on the bottom. But there isn't. Though I really love him. And he is a great prop, in my opinion. And yeah. So, very gory, very scary, great prop. And yeah. That's Poor George. I do own him. He is sitting in my closet with the black heart and other props. But yeah. Next, we've got Darling Dolly. Sorry, it cut me off there. Anyway, like I was saying, Darling Dolly. Whew. Some of you guys are going to hate me. But I was always a pretty big fan of Darling Dolly. All the Rising props I really do like. But Darling Dolly had something special to her. The doll look just is so creepy. The vintage way she looks. The cracks and the blood on her mouth. Which was noticeably taken away from the new prop, of course. And they still made it an online only, which I'm pretty pissed, but it's fine. And I do think they took some height out of her, so there were minor changes that were very noticeable and took away a lot of points for the prop, in my opinion. So I still do like it, but it's definitely grown off of me. Not just this one, but the actual Darling Dolly. I don't know what happens. When we get a prop back, when a prop returns, it just doesn't really seem special anymore. And I don't know. I think I'm going to have to put her in good. But let's go. She's still pretty creepy, but I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. You know what? Let's make you guys happy and put her top of good. Whew. that was risky. That was risky. But now she's in the top of good. That's still pretty risky because I kind of trashed her a lot, but it's still a creepy prop, and that's what it's here for, right? So, Grave Watcher, one I do own, one of my first pickups of the year. People think it's a pretty high price. I do too. But, I mean, she has a bunch of animations going on, along with her head movement, which is new. Her voice changed, but I really can't tell the difference. I don't know why people are complaining about that. But, see, she's always been a really creepy prop to me, and a really nostalgic prop too. Because 2013 is when I really started to get in Spirit Halloween. And I really do like this thing. Whoa. Why is it doing that? And I really do appreciate it, especially now that I have her. And since she came back, I don't really think that, just like Darling Dolly, just everything I just said about Darling Dolly is just, this prop just stands against that. Like, if a prop returns, it's not really special anymore because, it doesn't feel special anymore. But this one still has that old Spirit Halloween feel to it. So every time when I walk into my garage with the Spirit Halloween ISE, not essay, why did I say essay? With the Spirit Halloween ISE, with this thing standing next to it along with my other props, it just gives me a good feeling. It's a really nostalgic prop, really creepy prop, and I actually love her. There's haters, there's lovers. I'm definitely one of the lovers for her, and I'm gonna have to go great. Argue if you want, but that's my ranking for Grave Watcher. And she looks very creepy in the graveyard, I have to be honest here. Now, Mr. Wicked Makers. Of course, Spirit Halloween saw the Wicked Makers video. They actually made a comment on their video. Yes, the actual Spirit Halloween channel did comment on the Wicked Makers video. And on the Scarecrow video, of course. I don't know, they said, great makeover and all that stuff. But I don't think they mentioned anything about making it for themselves. And there are still differences from the Wicked Makers Scarecrow. You can just watch the Wicked Makers video. I do highly recommend it. But, yeah. I would much rather... Okay. Get mad at me. Go ahead. Like I keep saying, this is my tier list, but I would prefer the OG Sitting Scarecrow. I think I'm going to make a whole video on this. Because the OG Sitting Scarecrow... Why does everyone like this guy better than the OG? I'll tell you why I like the OG better. This guy's he's not even really scary. Sure, he's got some quality upgrades maybe. Sure, he's got the coloring, the coloring I have to say is much better. But the face, we're here to talk about the face, which is the major upgrade on this thing. And the face looks goofy in my opinion. The eyes lighting up just doesn't add to it. It makes it look kind of cheap. And sure, it's a great jump scare, but it's the same thing that we've been seeing, and it's not really a surprise when you walk up to it, because almost every house on my block has it. And the face, just the smile looks really goofy in my opinion. It just doesn't look scary. It does not look scary. The hair, the hay, that's supposed to be, I guess, hair, looks pretty cool. I do wish that was on the OG, but it's not, and I'll tell you why the OG is much better. For those reasons, this Sitting Scarecrow is not better. And for the OG's reasons, the eyes are literally freaking bleeding. I always thought the OG Sitting Scarecrow wasn't an actual scarecrow. I always thought that there was a person, behind the burlap mask. That's why it looked so lifelike, right? That's why the eyes were bleeding. That's why it looks so goddamn creepy. That's why I love the OG Sitting Scarecrow. That's why I own the OG Sitting Scarecrow. I just don't know. This one just takes away from the creepy factor and makes it look pretty cheap in my opinion, except the coloring. But it just I really don't want to put it in meh. It's definitely not going in trash. It's a good jump scare and all. I definitely don't want to put it in meh. Good, I don't want to put it in good either. So I'm going to have to put it at the top of meh. Those are my opinions on the 2 Scarecrow props. I should make a video on that. Anyway, Gordo is one I didn't get to picking up. And don't get mad at me. You know what? Do. But I have the knockoffs of the Gordos. And I think it is worth it for $25 other than spending $150 on one bigger and on a pillar. And this one I do really want to buy. But first of all, it's not on the website anymore. So when it gets back in stock, maybe next year. But I do like it. It's a great jump. It's not a great jump scare, actually. It's a decent jump scare. It does shock a few people, but it's not like a crazy jump scare. It's not like if you see it the second time, it'll still get you type of jump scare. But the pumpkin's cool, and everyone gets mad that it's on a pillar. I do really like the pumpkin, and I like the pillar. I don't know why people get so pissed about that. So I gotta put him... I'd say, do I really want to put him on top of Slim? That would be mean. No, I'm not doing that. It's going right there, and that's where it will stay, in my opinion. I think that's pretty fair for Gordo. All right, here we go. The Witch of the Memes. The Witch of the Dorito Face. The Witch of the Moldy Piece of Pizza. That came from a great haunter. The Cauldroness. The Cauldroness. I'll try to not laugh, but no promises. Also, as you can probably tell, right now I'm in a room with quite an echo, so I'm gonna move. I'll be back. Cauldroness, what do I do with you? So, the prop itself, and, all the memes and all that stuff, the most impressive thing I find about this animatronic is that even in SVI, animatronic deformity, even the worst one, think about Uncle Charlie, think about the guard zombie, it can't beat the Cauldroness's face. The whole prop is great. The face is WTF. And I'm honestly not mad at the face. It's just I can't look at it without laughing my ass off. And I think that's the same path you're taking right now. Literally every haunter started making memes of this thing when it came out. The whole community was cracking up. But now, again, it's a Dorito. It's a piece of pizza. It's a triangular face with a hat on it, with eyeballs and a nose and a mouth that hardly even moves. So yeah, I really do wish it had a more creepier, scary face. But come on, the one it has on, it's pretty funny for the memes and stuff. I would only buy this thing for the memes. I'm not really a fan of witches, as you probably all know. The haunter community trashes witches a lot, so the people who do actually like witches, I won't, put anything on you, but the people who do like witches, I do appreciate. And yeah, let's get into her animation. Of course, tipping the bottle, which fogs, a lot of fogging, goes into the cauldron And okay, I gotta stop. I'm not looking at the face anymore. Goes into the cauldron, and the cauldron blows up with smoke. Now again, with these fogging props from Spirit, why are they all latex? Not a good idea, Spirit. That is just not a good idea. She's literally having fog blow up in her face. That latex face. I mean, if I ever buy this thing and the latex face gets ruined and deformed and all crusty and dry rotted, I would probably just, if I get this thing, I would probably just get it for the memes and then later on throw a, like, Ghoulish Productions mask on it. One of the witch masks that I have, because I don't think I would set this up in my haunts with that face. And like I said before, the mouth movement is quite lacking. It doesn't go all that much, but all the other animations do really add up for it. And when she lifts her head, that's pretty cool too. Like, revealing her eyes and stuff, and revealing that she's actually a piece of pizza. That's all pretty cool. Her clothes are nothing to talk about, just a bunch of creepy cloth. But what are you expecting nowadays? The cauldron is pretty cool. It's big. I like how they added that creepy cloth. That's pretty cool too. And her hands look really creepy. I just wish her face did. And yeah, not much to say about this one. Actually, I did have a lot to say about her, and I'll try to stop laughing. But the face I can't get past. The animation I do think makes up for it, but I think I'm gonna put her in great. I don't think I can go any lower than that, and I don't think I can really go any higher. The animation definitely makes up for everything, but that face is just so laughable. Actually, nah, I'm not gonna put her in front of Grave Watcher, let's be honest.